trying to be precise. I've always been when it comes to time, except when I'm late. Lord of time, dispenser, wait, dispenser of time, Lord of space, dispenser of time. All right? And good morning. I failed to give you your homework last night. This was a terrible oversight. But that's all right. We'll make up for it in just a few minutes. It would have been an analysis of all of the positions of the planets and other astrological points, angles in your chart with reference to the solar angels' use of them. But we will do that anyway, even though it will have to be spontaneous in your mind. What I would suggest is that you have your charts handy so you can give a little, look at them during this coming meditation, and then we will have a kind of a lecture, but it will also have some meditative moments in it. So you should have your chart handy for most of what's going to go on this morning, and then of course when you meet in the small groups, we will carry it further. Okay, can we close that door back there, please? Thank you. And dim the lights. Oops. What happened to my... here it is. Okay. And I think we're going to go to black. Good, but we don't have to have the lights quite so dim because I have to be able to read what I've written. So the lights can be, of course, it's not too bad. Just very slightly up the lights, please. Can't read your charts. Is it getting a little better now? Yeah. Some of you should be able to just take a quick look at your chart right now in front of your eyes. That's good, that's good, that's good. It'll be all morning. You'll want to be referencing your chart. Even though we are individuals and yet not individuals. But we have to pretend that we are individuals for a while. Okay, but see, he's gone off. Well, I must begin anyway. All right. All right. Okay. We're still working with the presence of the solar angel within us, within our more true identity, especially as egos on the higher mental plane. Somehow we have to, DK says it all the time, we have to learn to think of ourselves as souls, identify more as soul than as personality, and ultimately identify as something even greater and more essential than that. The whole key on this planet is identification. That's how we learn. And the masters who are on this planet have a particular facility with identification. And so we're being taught by them, and that's what we have to learn how to do, which means we also have to learn how to disidentify from what we are not. That is a key factor. Okay. So just establish a degree of comfort, alert comfort, and use the steady breath to steady the energy flows in the vehicles and your consciousness. And we are approaching, of course, we're in this period from the new moon to the full moon of Taurus. So the light will be getting ever stronger over these next almost 2 weeks. thing about Wesak is that the light becomes almost tangible, substantial, real. So we are a point of being, consciousness, and we slip into that sense of identity rapidly. And we begin to feel the merging, a kind of trans-individuality, the merging of the many apparent souls into the group field, the group presence. And we begin to feel the flow of energy between ourselves as if we are many related points within one energy field. We are coming together at a point of tension, and we can imagine the group connection, the group rainbow bridge of all the many strands of that inner organ we call the Antakarana. Reaching, as it were, upward in a great cone-like sweep. Through the points in the cosmic ethers, which we call the monastic permanent atom, and its field, the Buddhic permanent atom, and its field in process of coordination, the Atmic permanent atom, and its field to be coordinated, and towards a point of pure being symbolized in the blue-white light, the diamond light symbolically at the peak of the group Antakarana. And across this multicolored, multi-qualitied bridge, we project a line of vivid, living, pure white light, thinking to ourselves the second ray mantram, I see the greatest light, as together, outwardly we sound the Om, thinking the mantram, sounding the Om. I see the greatest light. this places us, at least imaginatively, in touch with the supra-individual worlds, sometimes the impersonal worlds, having a place within the mind of God, the love of God, the will of God, as it expresses on the cosmic physical plane. And somewhat attuned with, somewhat responsive to this higher point of tension within which the masters are always focusing their awareness. We listen to these words that Alice Bailey herself quoted at least 6 times in the books. Okay. We'll come to that because that's in a different reference, but it's all about how the masters seek to spiritually civilize humanity. The day will come when they will have succeeded in spiritually civilizing humanity. And we will have a sense of these higher worlds that lead onward upon the great path of higher evolution, the way of higher evolution, of which what we call nirvana is but the beginning. Our potential is endless. Trillions of years, quadrillions of years and beyond, of growing into the original oneness, growing back, lie before our apparently individualized consciousness. And we will become groups which are of one consciousness, increasingly, just as there is but one consciousness in all of cosmos, and that is our consciousness. We will come to realize that. Now these worlds that we are touching only slightly, the solar angel is deeply familiar with. The individual solar angel, the amalgamation of solar angels within a group, that greater solar angel of all humanity as well. Deeply familiar with the worlds we are just beginning to touch a little bit. So we are in the presence of the angel of the presence, whose true focus lies above the lower 3 worlds, even really above the higher mental plane. Its sacrificial focus is on the higher mental plane, but its true focus is beyond. For it is an initiate of all degrees, whose true home is within the council of the sun. These are beings who, in their group formation, are destined to become planetary logoi, in future Mahamanvantaras. and they are our supervising deities who, under a minor law of assembly, can gather all ray and astrological energies to which we have some magnetism, and utilize these to achieve their purposes through us as monads who are disciples in the lower three worlds. And so we have a handful of energies. They are ray energies, they are astrological energies. And as we identify our will with the will of the solar angel, which is identified with the will of the planetary logos itself, identified with the will of the solar logos, we can begin purposefully to utilize, manipulate the energies which are ever present to manifest our name, our true inner archetypal name, which is to be sounded to some degree in any one incarnation. So let us practice just a little, or something we will do more fully a little later this morning. As we feel that radiant solar angelic angel of the presence present within our energy system and consciousness, present as a great reality making itself known in silence. A being within a being, a consciousness within a consciousness, an intelligence within our own intelligence. We imaginatively try to attune with the purpose for this incarnation, which the solar angel, in line with the will of our monad, envisions for manifestation. Attunement with that higher vision which is to be manifested in this particular incarnation. What is it? What is its purpose? Feeling imbued with this sense of a higher purpose, which we will have to use the spiritual will to enact. We will review and think about some of the potencies available to the solar angel and to our elevated consciousness to manifest this purpose in line with the divine plan. It's one thing to know our purpose, and another, and very important thing, to know how it aligns with the divine plan of our planetary logos and with the adaptation of that plan which the hierarchy presents to us. So here are just a few. Grasping somewhat our purpose, grasping somewhat its place in the larger intention of our planetary Lord, we review how the solar angel may be using the available energy of Venus in your astrological chart to bring about the manifestation of the purpose which that angel holds and envisions for you. How may that angel manipulate and use the energy of Venus, and you cooperate with it to bring about the manifestation of that greater purpose for this incarnation. You can visualize Venus in a deep indigo blue and the color of the sign in which it is found as the background. My purpose is, and this astrological energy can help manifest it in the following way. Then consider how the solar angel may be utilizing the energy of your rising sign and perhaps its ruler to bring about the manifestation of the purpose which that angel envisions for you. Focus on the glyph of your rising sign in its appropriate color. Aries red, Taurus deep blue, Gemini yellow, Cancer violet, Leo orange, Virgo yellow or blue-green, Libra indigo, Scorpio crimson, Sagittarius rich blue, Capricorn green, Aquarius turquoise, Pisces lavender. Focus on your rising sign and how it can bring through solar angelic intention for this incarnation. Purpose is, and this factor enables me to manifest it because. We will now experiment with the energy of our sun sign. And you can use the same colors. Consider how that great interior intelligence, the solar angel, can utilize the energy of your sun sign to bring about the manifestation of the purpose which it envisions for you. It's correlated with the personality, with the present, with the integration of all of your forces in the lower three worlds, especially the lower 18 subplanes. The solar angel manifesting, utilizing the energy of your sun sign to bring about the manifestation of that deeper purpose. How does it work? My purpose is. And this astrological energy is useful to the manifestation of this purpose because. Venus, your rising sign, your sun sign, and others that we will look at, that great intelligence within us, the consciousness of our consciousness, the being of our being, the intelligence of our intelligence, can utilize all, and we, in cooperation with it, by an act of acquiescence, the solar angel, the first master, and truly a master, whereas masters seek to become members of the council chamber of Shambhala, the solar angels are already members of the council within the sun. have an objective, you have a purpose. And your purpose is part of a larger purpose of humanity to become a great station of light upon our planet and within this system. How do you think you can use this brilliant solar angelic light to actually achieve your purpose, to measure up and make the grade? Make the grade to the enactment of your purpose in this incarnation. What do you have to do? And how is it that your descending purpose, that which comes forth from the central fire of your being, how is it that that purpose, which you are intending to enact, can contribute to the amelioration of the crisis presently occurring within the human kingdom and within humanity, in which the light of mind is so needed to dispel the glamours and illusions which presently hold humanity in prison? How can your purpose contribute to the release of humanity into a more spiritual manner of living? Because our purposes are not strictly individual, they are a small part, a very small part of a larger intention into which we must fit ourselves or discover the way we are inhering in that larger purpose and plan. Behind humanity stands the union of all egos on the higher mental plane, all infusing solar angels, let us visualize the great solar angel of the human kingdom itself, and the second coming, as it were, of that solar angel at a time of human crisis. This great composite being is seeking to direct the Venusian light, the light and love of that Venusian part of our own planetary sphere, planetary scheme, and the light of Venus, and the love of Venus, and of the heart of the sun, into the substance of humanity, the consciousness of humanity. A great angelic effort is underway. Redemption, not only from below, by our own efforts, but from above, with the assistance of these great hearts of fiery love. Attempting to instill solar angelic mind and heart in the consciousness of humanity. Let us visualize this effort underway, directed from the Buddhic and higher mental planes. See it. Attempt to feel it. And attempt to see humanity responding to this infusion of solar angelic light and love occurring all over the globe simultaneously with the impending reappearance of the Christ. The globe and all its billions of points of light, the transmutative power descending into humanity, the coming illumination in this fifth ray, seventh ray age of Aquarius, and we, just one small part of it, as individuals and as groups. A great process. Solar systemic in nature and related to the initiation of our planetary logos. How far beyond the mere personality is this process? So let us learn to participate in it, focused in the higher aspects of our nature and infusing the lower aspects with will and intention according to our vision of the nature of this process. Each of us, by aligning with and following the impulses, the rhythmic impulses of the solar angel, are making the transition from the fourth kingdom into the fifth kingdom of souls. Living consciously as a soul. Under the law of magnetic control, moving from the 4 to the 5. And humanity, the same. A certain proportion of the members of the human race will leaven the entirety through the accomplishment of the first initiation, at which time we move from the 4 to the 5. And over this illumination, in some generic sense, the great fifth ray presides, the most luminous of all the ray lords. The light is on its way. And all the light bearers, the carriers of light, are needed. As never before. So let us all become illumined under Venus and the fifth ray, so that we can enact our second ray purpose and facilitate the reappearance of the Christ and his hierarchy in every act of individual and group service that we offer. We will hold the alignment as we sound together the invocation for light and power, the great invocation given to humanity in 1945, when the Christ said he will physically reappear on this planet so that every eye may see him. Then came the great mantram into the possession of humanity and is our greatest tool for promoting that very reappearance. To which we all, as disciples, no matter what we do in the world, are essentially committed. From the point of light within the mind of God. Let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. So just holding the field, take a few moments to share with a neighbor your sense of your purpose, impelled and inspired by the solar angel, and its fit within the larger plan and purpose of our planetary logos, reflected in hierarchy at this time. Some quiet, emphasize quiet, quiet sharing, holding the field, and we will prepare for the next work this morning. Spend just a few minutes. Little kabuki. Okay, good. Thank you.